Today we are going to learn replacement problems of mixture. It's a very crucial subject in mixture problem, and every year many questions come from this particular area. So understanding this concept as well as applying a very useful shortcut is very important. So today we will be solving 6 sums on mixture replacement, as well as first understand the very concept that we are talking about. Suppose we are taking milk, water, and milk and water is 3 is to 2. Suppose we replace a part of the mixture with water. Okay, so we are keeping the ingredient of the mixture that is being replaced in the left hand side always, in order to facilitate the calculation. So if a part of the milk is replaced and it is replaced by water, part of the mixture, then it becomes 2 is to 3. Okay, so according to the normal concept, we know when we replace a mixture, first milk and water are both taken out, then we add water. But this concept is applied in one line, that we take one out and we add one. And whenever this addition is same, that is 3 plus 2 5, 2 plus 3 5, this subtraction and exact addition will always hold true. So here, if we replaced one milk and add one water, then 1 by 3, this is the replacement ratio. Here 1 is the amount replaced and 3 is the total quantity of mixture. So if you remember this ratio, and if we equate this 1 and 3 according to the information given in the problem, then you can solve easily any type of question that is based on this particular concept. Okay, just remember the replacement ratio. Okay, this 1 is the replacement ratio, 3 is the total, not only milk, 3 is the total amount of mixture that was available in the first time, and that will also last in the second time, because the amount is always the same, only the ingredients are getting changed. Okay, so we'll be solving some important questions and just see how it is solved using this very important shortcut. Okay, just give me some seconds to erase it. Okay, we'll solve this 2 questions based on what I have learned in the shortcut. It said the ratio of petrol and kerosene in the container is 3 to 2. When 10 liters of the mixture is taken or is replaced by the kerosene, the ratio becomes 2 is to 3. So here the petrol is getting replaced by kerosene. The amount that is being extinguished is petrol. So we will write petrol in the left hand side, kerosene in the right hand side, and write down the ratio 3 is to 2, 2 is to 3. So we can see petrol has diminished by 1 and kerosene has increased by 1, and the total ratio is same. If it's not same, then you have to make it same, otherwise this shortcut will not work. So what I've told, that 1 by 3 is the replacement ratio. Here 1 we have to equate this with 10, because 10 liters of the mixture is taken out. So 10 is the replacement amount, so 30 is the total amount. So Answer is 30. Again, look at this. From a container, 6 milliliters milk was drawn out and was replaced by water. Again, 6 liters of the mixture was drawn out and was replaced by the water. Thus, the quantity of milk and water in the container after two operation is 9:16. The quantity of the mixture is. So remember, we have replaced one time. Whatever amount of time we are replacing, this replacement ratio is always the same, because this amount is always the same in any level of replacement. So remember, this replacement ratio will never change. Okay, so let's solve this problem. So this is one level, this is one level, this is one level. The quantity that is getting replaced is milk, so we are writing milk in the left hand side, and the quantity is 19:16 after two operations. So the total amount of milk from the container, and in the first stage was only milk, there was no water, so we are writing is 25 because 9 plus 16 25. Okay, so let's see here how we can get 3 to 2. 1 by 3 is getting replaced, so 3 is multiplied by 2 by 3. Okay, that's why we are getting 2. So similarly, 25 is getting multiplied by some fraction, into getting multiplied by some fraction to get 9, right? And these two fractions are always same, so these fractions is 9 by 25 or 3 by 5 is square. So we know that it's getting multiplied by 3 by 5, so the replacement ratio is 2 by 5, right? So 2 here is 6 liter of mixture was drawn, so 5 is 15. So obviously the answer is 15. Okay, we'll solve two other questions. So here's saying that a jar was full of honey. A person used to draw out 20% of the honey from the jar and replace it with a sugar solution. He has repeated the same process 4 times, and thus there was only 512 gram of honey left in the jar. The rest part of the jar is filled with a sugar solution. The initial amount of honey in the jar was. Okay, so honey and water, right? 20% is the replacement ratio, 20%. So 1 by 5 is the replacement ratio. Okay, so whatever the ratio is, we are in each step multiplying it by 4 by 5, 4 by 5, again 4 by 5, and in the last step 2 4 by 5. We are multiplying it 4 times to get this amount left, right? So we are multiplying it by 4 to the power 4 by 5 to the power 4, whatever it was in this region, right? So 4 to the power 4 is 256, and 5 to the power 4 is 625. So let's write it here, 256, 625, right? But here it's telling that 512 gram of honey was left. So if 256 is equating 512, the 625 must be equal to 1250, right? So this 625 must be this honey, right? So the total amount is 1250. Because this 1250 is being multiplied by 4 by 5, 4 by 5, 4 by 5, 4 by 5, and the amount left is 512. So the initial amount of honey is always this 1.25. Right? Let's solve this question. From a container of wine, a thief has stolen 15 liters. So 15 liters replaced, and replace it with the same quantity of water. So wine, water. He again repeats the process. Thus, in 3 attempts, the ratio of wine and water becomes 349 is to 163. So first, second ratio, third ratio. Wine, water. Okay. So the initial amount should be the addition of this two, only wine, 5120, and 15 liters of wine is being replaced every time. So let's see what is the ratio. 343 by 512. Sorry, it's being told 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. Eight by 7 cube. So if the multiplying ratio is 7 by 8, so 1 by 8 is being replaced every time. 1 equates 15. So 8 equates 120. So 120 is the amount of wine in the mixture. Because initially the total mixture was fully wine. So the total mixture and initial amount of mixture is always the same, and that is 120. So 120 should be the answer. We'll solve one more question. Okay, we'll solve this question. From the 50 liters of milk, 5 liters of milk is taken out, and after it 5 liters of water is added to the rest amount of milk. Again 5 liters of mixture of milk and water is drawn out, and it was replaced by 5 liters of water. If this process is continued similarly for the first time, the amount of milk left after the third replacement. So the amount of replacement we are doing is 1, 2, and 3. And we will be dealing with 3 ratios, right? So we have 50 liters of milk and 0 amount of water. And the replacement ratio is 5 by 50. Why? This 5 liters of milk is taken out, that is a replacement ratio, and 5 is added every time. So 1 by 10. So the multiplicand ratio is 9:10, 45, 5. Again 9:10. Again 9:10. Okay. So to get the ratio, the amount of milk that is left, we have to multiply right 45, 81, 100. So how to multiply this is very fast. It is a Vedic method, Vedic maths process, right? And the process is, I'm just showing it slowly. This, this, 440, 5, 4, 6, so 36.45, right? So this will be the answer. So hope you understand how to solve this type of questions. It is a very important method, and you can use any fraction formula that is given in the books. But I think that this is the same. Actually, this is the same thing that I have taken from the fraction, but it visually is very accessible. So we don't get actually frightened by the so much fraction that is used in solving the question conventionally. So this question and this shortcut is very important. Try to remember this and practice as many questions as possible from this type of questions. Thank you very much.